She had stopped by unannounced, carrying a basket of fresh apples. She let herself in quietly, intending to leave them on the counter as a surprise. That's when she heard Amanda's voice from the living room. "Don't worry. Once the wedding's over, it'll be our house. She won't be around much longer anyway. The old bat barely fits in here now." Dorothy froze, her blood running cold. Amanda laughed softly into the phone, adding, "Daniel will be easy to convince. He always is." Dorothy's hands shook so badly that the apples slipped from the basket and rolled across the floor. Amanda appeared in the doorway, her face hardening when she saw Dorothy standing there. "Dorothy," she said, voice smooth as silk, "I didn't hear you come in." Dorothy's throat was dry. For the first time in her life, she saw clearly, Amanda didn't just dislike her. She wanted her gone. For the first time in 72 years, she wasn't going to swallow the hurt. She wasn't going to stay silent. She wasn't going to let her life sacrifices be erased by a girl with a pretty smile and a cruel heart. No, this time, Dorothy would fight back. Dorothy had always believed that family was unbreakable. Through poverty, through grief, through decades of loneliness, she had clung to the idea that her son would always be her anchor. But Amanda's words that day rang in her ears like a curse. "Once the wedding's over, it'll be our house. She won't be around much longer anyway." For the first time, Dorothy saw her son not as her little boy, but as a man trapped in a woman's shadow. And Amanda, well, Amanda wasn't just any woman. She was clever, calculating, and she knew exactly how to manipulate Daniel's weaknesses. The weeks leading up to the wedding became a blur of subtle humiliations. Dorothy offered to help with planning, sewing napkins, arranging flowers from her garden, baking bread the way she always had for special occasions. Amanda dismissed her every time. "Oh, Dorothy, that's sweet, but we've already hired professionals." When Dorothy brought over a casserole one evening, Amanda smiled tightly. "Maybe you should save your energy. You know, at your age, it's easy to get worn out." The words stung worse than a slap. Daniel, oblivious or unwilling to confront the tension, simply nodded along. "Amanda's right, Mom. You don't need to stress yourself out." Dorothy's heart cracked a little more each time. Her own son, once the boy who clung to her skirts, was now a man who couldn't or wouldn't see how cruel his fiancée was becoming. The house had become Amanda's stage. She arranged every room to her taste, replaced Dorothy's small gifts with expensive trinkets, and acted as though Dorothy's money had never touched the foundation of those walls.